Every day, somewhere in the world, normal people risk their lives just getting from A to B. In far-off countries and isolated, forgotten villages, our camera crews follow the journeys of those brave enough to travel on the world's toughest, most dangerous and deadly roads. Buckle up for a hell ride. This is Deadliest Journeys. Deep in the last primeval jungles of Madagascar lies the small village of Tenra. The village is isolated and generally self-sufficient. But there are a few enterprising locals risking their lives and breaking the law for an extra buck. In this episode, we'll tag along on an illegal mission with smugglers. They're heading deep into the jungle in search of rare, highly valuable and illegal to exploit rosewood trees.
Makatra ripany mpambato. Lera raiky misy filera mandeha makatra tanety.
Andeha agnaty ala, andeha hiasa. Raha ohatra digna ny entana mety tsy mahavita asa tsika avakany satria asa igny tegna voto. Tsika donc sa malaka bagage.
Robert, age 39, is one of the few villagers who ever had a proper job. He used to be a forest ranger. He protected the forest from those seeking to plunder its precious woods. But 4 years ago, he was fired. The gamekeeper turned poacher is now a smuggler of rosewood. It's a rare tree much valued by the Chinese.
Le olo efa nandalo ny cyclone ny crise miditra de lafo ny bolabola lafo zegny aho de samby ny pupa zegny magnano
Ahead lies a deadly 9-day journey while they play hide and seek with the police. The tree is so much in demand that it's close to extinction. The exploitation of rosewood was banned in the year 2000.
Ahenjana ny tagnana jiaby magnaboaka angovo mafy be. Onto miasa.
It's not only this crew that are on the hunt for rosewood. Violent thugs have also been attracted to the forest.
Le ny antony zegny donc bokotra le sy fandraisana ndraiky le commune ndraiky le fokon'olo magnamboatra lalambe toko afaka tomobily zegny avaty agnanaovana resaka transport ny tantandreme
Carrying packs weighing 100 pounds, a few chickens, and walking barefoot, they now face a cliff. And after a harrowing 2-day march, the group spots another crew. Robert is concerned they may have cut down the last of the rosewood trees.
De zay voatery tsy maintsy mbola nangalatra fô zay fantranay izy hoe tsy mboan'le lalàna fô antany tsy vilomany tsy angalara nono afasitriana ake zegny resaka fampianarana zaza ake zegny resaka fahasalamana an-tanàna
The next morning, they hope to find a huge rosewood tree. After 6 days in the depths of the forest, Robert and his men have found their treasure. If they can get this rosewood tree out, they should make enough money to see them through the next 4 to 6 months. A trunk can fetch as much as $5,000. The trees grow extremely slowly and take at least 100 years to fully develop.
Luz vem xixé. Ny olona zegny niahagna izy niahagna zegny mizaha fomba toko andeha andavoaniazy ambany zegny ndraiky.
It's estimated that for every 100,000 precious trees that are chopped down, another 500,000 trees are sacrificed in this way.
Araiky zegny nialainy tsy latsaka misy 20 any zegny kakazo tapahagna amin'izy miantona agnambo dia zegny zegny mahatonga izy tsy maintsy tapahana kakazo dia ronga.
The task is enormous, and Robert changes tactics.
Sosokevitry ny ake zegny tapahany aketo izy. Milatsaka izy ka mbola misy lelainy la automatique izy latsaka.
Chopping the tree at this height is increasingly difficult. The men will need to sweat to earn their money.
Okay. Mifagnampy miasa. Lawel.
For hours, the men pass the axe around, and the heat is overbearing. After 4 hours, the first part of the trunk gives way. But the branches are still trapping the top of the tree. They try to pull it down by force. But after 6 hours, Robert decides to give up. Without the rest of the tree trunk, it won't bring in the money they were hoping for. Their dream of money has evaporated, and they'll have to start looking all over again. But it's slim picking, since the tree has become so rare. After 10 days, Robert and his men still haven't found a rosewood tree that's big enough. Running out of supplies, they need to head home. But they can't leave empty-handed. A few months earlier, the army had chased them out. They had to stash a tree trunk. They had hoped to take out several, but this one trunk will enable them to survive for a few months. The trunk weighs almost 900 pounds and is transported by ropes.
Wanneer hoor Zaat je verdrukt hem leven, zaat stikuleni.
The trunk needs to be taken to the river, about 19 miles away. Moving downhill can be dangerous if the men's legs get snared in the rope.
Ano man pan roon kakaj monon birbiri. Jaar kan birbiram zi mat sur place. Mat. Man karare kita koho tambun bonto. Inti pana vuamni ti ke farani natis. Já gun le fitunda sina vari matit kin le gun lava lava menari reni. Jin fami ka lift yo.
Hallo, Ska. Hallo?
No one knows for sure how many are killed in the process of smuggling this precious wood, but Robert estimates there are at least 3 fatalities a year.
Kezen tendats jem na toch kezen ze kezen jibe kazi je mga chunchur yeli tendats kam toch kam man ko jen zeki
Zero, zero, Nikilape, zero, Anigo, Somalela, Anigo, Somalela. Mabaratan, zero, Atimwai, zero, Atiyanai, zero, Andrefanai, zero, Anigo, Somalela, Anigo, Somalela, zero, Atimwai, zero, Atiyanai, zero, Andrefanai, zero, Anigo, Somalela, Anigo, Somalela, Anigo, Somalela,
The waterfall marks the end of the mountain. The men have now covered 1/3 of the journey. Exhausted, they'll spend the night here in their wet clothes. All of them are hurting after a brutal day's work.
Nama you've give container for mo maj vol mo courage. Misha za tofa ile aten tenga be vola.
Despite their damp night's sleep in the jungle, Robert and his crew are still determined as ever. It's taken nearly 30 hours to reach the river, but the journey isn't over yet. Ahead, there are still the rapids. Smuggling rosewood trees is not the only extreme way to make a living on the island. Others take even more risks to survive. The island nation is blessed with natural resources such as spices, vanilla, precious woods, and one other one that is the dream of many locals. They were discovered only 10 years ago. Some people have found wealth, others only misery or even death. It's all a matter of luck when it comes to sapphires.
Le nambe manangere sa mbuti hiasa manuvung di membropulu goni miasa ko manombo ko am fito hariva le am rom fulu haleng matoda tananga le mara njai misai le manare anguni le angan ranwanga maniva ko.
The Malagasy say hell is deep in the bowels of the earth. To the miners, it begins less than 100 feet below ground. miners crawl around in claustrophobic galleries, often just 24 inches high.
Fa maro hutra tany, maro fa maty sempotsy. Tena le vizagny fa tsisy geny zany, tsisy pompirivotry. Tena mamizagny le izagny isiagny pompirivotry eo nafa.
Sahiragna avao koa re.
100 feet below ground, oxygen is scarce. The mine owners won't invest or can afford a proper ventilation system. So fresh air is provided by the men's ingenuity. It's basic, but it works, and above all, costs virtually nothing. The problem is the tube is barely 80 feet long and doesn't reach where the miners are working.
Nakure geni. Mafana. Yeah. Anga wefa. Bazu ya sasana zao. Utave hino simana. Wo. Sata na milarano de faso ora tu.
Jale ti fatto tempo ti sono te.
The last bag almost cost them their lives. It's a hard life, fraught with danger, and all for less than $2 a day. This is the last leg of the journey for Robert and his men, and possibly the most dangerous. The crew have to run the gauntlet and shoot the rapids with a trunk attached to some tractor inner tubes. If he gets it wrong, 900 pounds of rosewood could crush him. This guy, Jeannot, is the pilot.
Efa sane letra faela zegny zay fa mana spécialité zegny zay mi fampandrognana kakazo andamena ty zegny resaka momba samborerana tracteur ty zegny.
The raft is virtually uncontrollable. A rock has shattered his pseudo paddle. And he has to use his hands to slow down the raft. The waters calm down and Jeannot can look for another paddle.
Zamana fatokisina be zegny amin'ny fitondrasan'ny andramena ikela za tsisy raha mampiaya azy zegny.
It's been a wild ride, but 5 hours later, he makes it downriver. The others will now take the wood as far as the coast. Once the trunk is in the canoe, it just needs to be hidden.
Kanina zegny tsy maintsy saforana zegny izy satria tsy maintsy avonivony zegny tsy hitan'olo mandalo lalina fa zegny le andramena karaha ty ao zegny. Zegny zegny ny antony mafinampena anazy.
Smuggling is endangering the forests of Madagascar. The authorities lack the means to stop the trade, and in recent weeks 3,000 rosewood logs have been seized in the region.